to the Fox Theater here at Foxwoods Resort Casino. Our second fight of this triple header, which will have a real bearing on one of boxing's most competitive divisions. It's a matchup for the Ring Magazine's number 5 and number 6 junior middleweights, Willie Nelson and Vanes Martirosyan. And back here at the Fox Theater with Steve Farhood. And Steve, let's talk about Vanes Martirosyan. Going along really smartly in his career, and then he had the draw with Erislandy Lara, and then he lost a fight on a decision to Andrade. And now the question is, which is the real Vanes Martirosyan? Is it the one that was steaming along, or is it the one that had a bad loss and a bad draw?
Well, when he moved up, he didn't win, Barry, but to fight to a draw with Erislandy Lara and to lose by split decision to Demetrius Andrade, we know those two guys are very, very difficult guys to fight. So I don't see any disgrace. He has a good record. He has a great amateur background. He's still young enough, and I think his best days can still be ahead of him.
All right, we'll turn to the champ, Raul Marquez. And Raul, let's talk about Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson has had a couple of very good victories against previously undefeated opponents. Is this a guy who could step up and do it all over again tonight?
Well, by talking to him yesterday, he's definitely up for it, but he's got to fight the right fight. He's got the physical gifts. He's tall. He's got the reach. He's got to jab Vanes and push him back and control the distance. But sometimes he's got the tendencies that he wants to fight small. Wants to get down low, and he wants to go toe-to-toe for no reason. He doesn't have to. That's when his sub-step chin gets exposed.
All right, we're going to find out what he does have. We're also going to find out what Vanes Martirosyan has. This should be a very good fight. So we take it to the ring, and here is a look at 28-year-old Vanes the Nightmare Martirosyan. His family relocated to the States from Armenia when Vanes was just 4 years of age. He was a member of the United States Olympic team back in 2004. Martirosyan now sits poised for another world title shot with a 34-1-1 professional record. Since that loss to Demetrius Andrade for the vacant WBO title, that was back in November, Vanes has made significant changes in his team, both with a new promoter, Goosen Promotions, and a new trainer, Joe Goosen. Tonight marks the second fight under Goosen's tutelage, a trainer known for making fighters grind it out in the gym with lots of heavy sparring. So let's talk, Steve, about the keys to victory for Vanes Martirosyan.
Well, for Vanes, his best weapon, his straight right hand. Look for him to almost always set it up with the jab. The faster feet and the faster hands in this fight belong to Martirosyan. Movement will force Nelson to reset. And finally, the most underutilized of Martirosyan's punches, his left hook to the body, but he has to be close enough to use it.
So that's a look at Vanes Martirosyan. The other half of this matchup, 27-year-old Willie the Great Nelson, a familiar face to the viewers of ShowBox. He's now ranked number 7 by the Ring Magazine, and he too poised for a world title shot. He is 6'3", extremely tall for this division. He's won 7 fights in a row now since his only loss. That was back in April of 2008, and that included 2 career best wins against previously undefeated prospects John Jackson and Udell Johnson. Nelson was sidelined for a year, including time for surgery to repair an injured left elbow. He returned in June. He's reeled off 2 consecutive wins since then, and tonight he really steps up against Martirosyan. Steve, let's talk about Willie Nelson's keys to victory.
Well, the jab is the key for both fighters. Martirosyan not used to facing an opponent with a reach longer than his. Nelson needs to win that battle of jabs. When Nelson stands still and covers up, Martirosyan will be given free shots. He has to take them. And punch for punch, Nelson probably hits harder, but he doesn't take the best of shots, so he needs to pick his spots.
All right, that's the setup for our junior middleweight bout. Willie Nelson and Vanes Martirosyan, each trying to take one step closer to a title shot. For the introduction of the fighters, once again, we take you to the center of the ring, and the ring announcer, Dave Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Fox Theater here at Foxwoods Resort and Casino, we are set to go with the co-main event of the evening. It's all being brought to you by Warriors Boxing Promotions and DeBella Entertainment in association with Rumble Time Promotions, Goosen Promotions, and Showtime. This bout is sanctioned by the Mashantucket Pequot Athletic Commission and the WBO. President Francisco Varcarcel and Supervisor ringside Jerry Bolin. Introducing to you your 3 judges scoring this contest ringside. From New York, Julie Letterman. From Connecticut, Bill Morandi. And from Rhode Island, Bob Paolino. At the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring, Arthur Mercanti. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBO Intercontinental Junior Middleweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he wears white trunks with blue trim. He weighed in at 153 pounds. His professional record, 34 victories, 1 defeat, 1 draw. He has 21 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Glendale, California, by way of Abovyan, Armenia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the WBO number 4, Ring Magazine number 5, IBF number 8, and WBC number 9, 154-pound contender, and the current WBO Intercontinental Junior Middleweight Champion, Vanis, the Nightmare Martirosyan. Martirosyan. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He wears royal blue trunks with silver trim. He also weighed in at a ready 153 pounds. His professional record, 23 victories, 1 defeat. He has 1 draw and 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and now living and fighting out of Youngstown. Ladies and gentlemen, the WBC number 5 and Ring Magazine number 7, 154-pound contender, Willie the Great Nelson. Nelson.
Just the chief second. Good evening, gentlemen. We went over the rules early in the night. I expect a good, clean fight. Touch gloves, and good luck to the both of you. Touch them up. Come on, gentlemen. He did. I got it.
The numbers are staggering. When you look at Willie Nelson's reach, that's the reach of a light heavyweight, not of a light middleweight. If he can keep this fight at a distance, and sometimes he likes to brawl, he'll have it his way. Rules, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule, only the ref can stop the fight. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. And the fight is official after 4 rounds, Barry.
Bottom line is, this is a very good fight. Should be a very entertaining fight. As you said, 2 guys ranked in the top 10, each really very realistically looking at a title shot in their next fight. The winner goes a long way, and really for the loser, it's not a huge step back. It's just kind of a lateral arabesque.
Yeah.
Left hand to start things here by Martirosyan.
Did you just say arabesque?
I did say that. I did say that.
Wanted to make sure I heard it right.
I was going to say promenade, but I said arabesque.
Break! Step back on a break, gentlemen. That's it.
Back to your game, Willie, your game. Double up.
Either one or the other, right? I'm looking to load up on that right hand, that's all.
Counter.
What makes this such a fascinating matchup is it's not only about the jabs, it's also about what comes after the jabs. Usually in both cases, it's going to be the right hand. Can either guy hurt the other fighter with the straight right? They've both been down in their careers several times.
Yeah, nice combination here from Nelson.
Counter over there.
Nelson needs to dictate the pace. Don't let Vanis get in that rhythm. As long as you don't get in that rhythm when he backs up and he jumps in, comes back in and throws combinations, you gotta offset that.
Nelson,
a strong jab.
Clearly the aggressor early in this fight, and actually fighting it a little bit in closer quarters than I would have expected, Steve.
And it's interesting because at the fighter meetings, Nelson's people told us that they expected Martirosyan to be the one attacking early, coming forward. Not the case so far in the first minute and change.
Finish with the jab then. Come on, Willie.
Martirosyan moving to his right.
There, you dictate.
Effective combinations in this first round from Willie Nelson.
Yeah, short shots down the middle by Nelson. 1-2. Simple, easy 1-2.
And digs the left to the body.
That's it.
Martirosyan punches, you'll see Willie Nelson lift those gloves. That's an invitation for Martirosyan to punch to the body a little bit.
Come on, come on.
Keep him up, keep him up.
Stepped into the right hand of the body. It was a little bit low.
Try to counter that. Double up.
Good right hand over the top by Nelson, and Martirosyan comes right back with the right hand of his own. And another good right hand by Nelson. And another. It's a big first round for Willie Nelson.
It's all mindset. He's coming out looking to do hurting.
That jab has really been effective, too.
And so far, he's keeping everything at long range. Not too many exchanges on the inside for Willie Nelson. But it looks like Vanes doesn't want that either. He's the one that's backing up and trying to box him from the outside. I think sooner or later, Vanes is going to have to work himself inside.
Here's what both guys told us they need to do to win. First, Willie Nelson.
From the fight videos, I see at the most he throw a 2-punch combination or 3-punch combination, and then he exposes his chin, have his chin exposed in the air. I plan on countering off his mistakes and keeping him at bay, using my reach from the beginning of the fight to the 10th round.
I want to knock him out, honestly, 100%. I'm going for a knockout. I'm not thinking knockout, but, you know, in the back of my mind, I want to knock out for sure. I mean, I don't think this kid's going to take my power very well. And, you know, I don't like to talk a lot of trash about fighters, what I'm going to do, but you know what? The way that we've been training in the gym, all those hard work, all those 2 months, and, you know, this is a great fight for me to go out there, and I'm on a big stage with Showtime, so I'm going for a knockout because that's what people want to see, and that's what they're going to see Saturday.
Interesting, I thought. Nelson clearly did the more damage in the first round. That said, it was the first round. Nice combination again from Nelson.
Nelson's shots are just more thudding, you know, you can hear the shots.
Nelson, not really a knockout guy, 13 knockouts in his 23 wins.
But I think Vanes is giving him too much respect.
I like, Raul, what you said in round one, which is that maybe at some point Vanes is going to have to get inside. And the way to do that is to let Nelson jab and then step in under it, right?
I agree. I mean, I was talking to Joe Goosen yesterday. I asked him, what do you mean he's going to try to box a little bit? He's like, well, you know, sooner or later, you know, we're going to use intelligent pressure and try to work ourselves in by making him under jab and working through the body. But so far, he's not doing that.
You got Nelson turned on the ropes that time, did Martirosyan, and he hit him with a pretty good left hand.
Joe Goosen, he's an aggressive trainer, you know, he's a pressure trainer. He likes guys that come forward. Sooner or later, he's going to have to send them.
Right now, though, Nelson is the quicker fighter. Counter left hand. Martirosyan a little short with an uppercut.
And what's impressive to me about Nelson
Watch
is
your head.
he's being aggressive, but he's doing his damage for the most part from a distance, not getting too close. This round, they've been close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
That's what they want from Nelson.
Right hand, a little bit short for Martirosyan. Short with the right hand is Nelson. Back with another right hand is Nelson.
And we can't say it enough. When Willie Nelson gets hit, he gets rubbery like attacked in a lot of fights. He's never been stopped. But on Showbox, he got knocked down 3 times by Vincent Arroyo. Those knockdowns cost him the fight. His only loss.
Watch your head.
Right now, Martirosyan is starting to get this fight in the range that he wants it.
Reaching closer.
There's a Nelson.
He made him miss and pay with the overhand right.
And still rubbery legged is Nelson along the ropes. Let's see if Martirosyan presses things here. He's not. Another good right hand and a left hand behind it. Drives Nelson into the ropes again. Another left hand. Nelson tries to tie Martirosyan up. And this is where Martirosyan wants to fight in close. Final seconds of round 2 and a big round for Martirosyan.
No, you don't. You keep getting fucking lazy with that jab. Getting too lazy. God damn it, Willie. Listen, Willie, you can't keep fighting like this. double your fucking jab every time. You're just not doing it, champ. You're not doing it.
Feet square,
You're square.
Is it fixed?
Get right there, baby. It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Good. Now feet. Close reach.
Yep. Got it right there.
Good.
What do you think? Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. No, listen. You're gonna hurt him again, but don't let him off the hook if you hurt him. Okay? You got to be a little bit more.
Action from round 2. Watch the Martirosyan counter right hand. Right down the middle. And Raul was right on this. Raul said Martirosyan's got to get more aggressive. As soon as he did, he hurt Nelson.
And he went under Nelson's jab and countered with the overhand. Yeah.
All right, so we'll see what round 3 brings. First round to Nelson, second round to Martirosyan. It's a do-over. Here's Joe Goosen in the corner of Vanes Martirosyan between rounds. Always very calm, of course, clearly with a very heavy heart this week.
Yeah, only 6 days ago, Dan Goosen, Joe's older brother and the promoter of Vanes Martirosyan, died of cancer.
Hey, go ahead, Willie.
Vanes was not aware that Dan was sick.
I don't think too many people were.
Yeah. But in talking to Vanes about it, he said if anything, it's going to make him stronger. He knows how much Dan wanted him to take this fight. And so far, so good. Big second round.
Left hand again, counter left hand from Martirosyan.
I wonder if Willie Nelson's success in the first round ended up hurting him. Got a little happy,
yeah.
Got a little too aggressive, and you heard Jack Lowe yelling at him, as he always is, for not using the jab enough.
He had a great first round. So he got, and then the second round, he was having an okay round, and he got caught. Changed everything.
There you go.
A little bit more defensive now, and Vanes needs to stay close like that. Sometimes he pulls back and he drops his left hand, so he's got to keep his left hand up.
A lunging right hand from Martirosyan. There's a left hand counter punch again. Just look at the counter over the jab of Nelson.
Control that distance. There. No, come on.
Both guys have tasted the power of the other. You always like to see what happens when that happens in a fight. Does it change the two fighters?
So far, it changed Willie Nelson. Oh, good exchange there. Both guys hooking at the same time.
Body shot in the left hand of the head by Martirosyan.
Yeah, that right to the body is going to be there all day for Vanes.
There's the jab from Nelson, and it is a good one.
Come on, get sharp, baby, get sharp.
Nelson better pick up his jab hand. Vanes is looking to counter over the top again with the right hand. Pulls back a little bit, takes a step back, then he counters over the top. Gotta do it quick. It's a little short, subtle step. Move back, then bam, over the top.
Left hand just grazed off the glove of Nelson. A little bit of swelling under the right eye of Martirosyan.
He's got a lot of scar tissue over the left eye. He's been cut there. Something to look for as this fight progresses.
Hey, Joe, sir.
Well, we always talk about this division, the junior middleweight division, and just look at this list. It's a good one, Steve.
Still a good one. And remember that one or two of the organizations have Floyd Mayweather as a champion, even though he's not really 154 pounds. Canelo Alvarez still on top. Lara and Alvarez obviously were in a very close fight. Demetrius Andrade has that win over Martirosyan. And, you know, if you want to put Willie Nelson in the top 10, I have no argument. I'd put him 11 or 12. But basically, this is a matchup between two top 10 junior middleweights. You don't see that very often, and the stakes are clear. The winner is in a very good shape for to get a title fight.
Well, speaking of title fights, one of the original tough guys, I'll tell you that. Mickey Ward's celebrating a birthday here, 49 years old.
Everybody loves Mickey Ward. How do you not love Mickey Ward?
He's a wonderful guy. Wonderful guy, and I can tell you, in years past, gave us some great moments.
Good work, good work.
This is round 4.
Catch him the jab, come in, stop him. Stop him. Over top of that one.
Come on, there. Control that.
They really want Nelson to use that jab because he can't allow Martirosyan just to walk to it. Good body shot from Martirosyan.
Keep him up.
And over the top, and again, the legs wobbled of Nelson.
That's that counter right hand where Vanes, they got a little smirk. He's really confident now, Vanes.
Wild left hand from Martirosyan.
Well, Nelson doesn't always go down when he gets hit. If he wobbles every time, it gives so much confidence to the other fighter.
Yeah,
oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, you saw Vanes smirk, you know, and just started walking him down like nothing.
When Nelson does throw that jab, it keeps Martirosyan off of it, but as soon as he lets up a little bit, Martirosyan just walks to it.
And it's like a game of chicken for Martirosyan regarding that jab. He wants to be close enough to draw the jab so he can counter. But if he's close enough to counter, he's probably close enough to get hit by the jab.
Yes. There's the left hand from Martirosyan.
Nelson needs to use the jab, throw his combinations, and get back out. He shouldn't be going toe-to-toe with Vanes. Because so far, Vanes has gotten the best of him when they go toe-to-toe.
And we talked about the jab being the key to the fight. Well, Nelson has that big edge, but that's almost primarily because of what he did in the first round. It's been a lot closer in rounds 3 and 4.
There was a left hand from Nelson. That got Martirosyan to take a backward step. And now blood from the right eye of Martirosyan. Martirosyan a combination. Short with that right hand.
Got a cut on the left eye, Joe.
They are getting closer and closer to each other.
That looks to be a pretty nasty cut from what I can see right now. It looks like it's right on the brow of the right eye, but it looks long.
That might motivate Vanes to go into war mode, go inside and just go for both. You know, he's cut. It's probably the 4th round. See how that cut holds up.
This fight is official as soon as the bell rings.
Number 4, and they'll have some work to do here in the corner of Vanes Martirosyan.
Arthur McCanty tells us it was a punch that opened the cut.
Very good. I need to try to get more of that jab. More jabs.
You're in great hands, son. You'll be all right.
Hey, listen, you heard him again that round again. Vanes, you heard him again that round. I think you got to keep closing the gap with him. You give him range and he's doing a little bit better. You get closer, I think you'll be able to hurt him better. So don't drop your right hand on the inside.
Deep breath.
Start hitting that body, that liver after that right hand.
Not try away.
Okay?
Action from round 4. Willie Nelson stepping in with the jab. If he jabs from too close, that's what happens. He misses. Martirosyan slipped the punch, countered with the right. Martirosyan can't do that if Nelson jabs from the proper distance. He did not in that instance.
So we'll see how they did with that cut. It's over the right eye of Vanes Martirosyan, and oftentimes it'll take more than a round to get that cut stopped completely.
Make him guess. Touch him all day with that damn jab. Don't be lazy on it. Don't be lazy. Think. No, you gotta move. That's it. No, come back.
Nelson trying to work that jab, and in so doing, work the cut.
I thought it was a pretty close 4th round. I gave it to Martirosyan. Despite the fact that he was cut, I have him ahead after Nelson had that big first round.
I have it the same way. What do you think of that?
I think you're right.
I think I'm very smart, right? Yeah. Combination from Martirosyan, and Nelson against the ropes covers up.
That's where Vanes needs to be at. He's got to force Nelson on it. Go toe-to-toe with him. But just be careful when he's pressuring him. Going side to side. Give him some side lateral movement. That just comes too straightforward. Good defense there by Vanes.
A cut bleeding again now. As we said, those things often take more than a round. You know all about that, Raul.
Oh, yeah. Well, it depends on.
Good right hand, and again, it wobbled Nelson.
The distance between the fighters much less than it was early in the fight. Jack Lowe keeps calling for that jab from Nelson, but Nelson has to throw it at the right distance. If he doesn't, he's going to get countered with that right hand because Martirosyan's keyed into that counter right.
Yeah, he had it going in the first round, but since that time, Martirosyan has been like dictating the distance between these two. And again, blood streaming down the cheek of Martirosyan from that cut.
Good up and down combinations too by Vanes, leading with the right hand to the body and then coming upstairs. Uppercuts down the middle.
Big edge from Martirosyan in body shots, but I think he can even do better than that because when he had Nelson against the ropes before, he punched only upstairs. That's the opportunity to go downstairs.
And that eye, I think, really could be a factor in this fight before too long because there's swelling underneath the eye and a cut above the eye.
That's all you gotta do, Willie. Get that right out there. You gotta come back with something. You gotta come back with something, baby. Come on.
And even with that, I believe Martirosyan is still winning these rounds.
Come on, back, come on. There, there.
We're at the halfway mark of this fight. The jabs, yeah, Willie Nelson with an advantage, but 24% landed, probably not as high as he would have liked. Martirosyan has thrown more, landed more power shots. A lot of those shots have been counter right hands, and that's why I have him ahead, even though he only has a 5-punch advantage in connect. This was the first round when Willie Nelson was fighting at the right distance, landing big shots. He looked much stronger than Martirosyan. That changed, and every time Martirosyan's landed something, Barry has called it as Nelson getting wobbly, almost falling. That's been the case. And I think Martirosyan's on a good roll now. You see his work in round 5, and this all despite that cut over his right eye.
Nice job, Joe.
So we come to round 6 now, and Martirosyan really rolling right now despite being cut.
Control the pace.
Nelson's going to really have to keep this fight where he wants it, I believe.
Over top of that.
Something else I think Barry that Nelson needs to do, he's got to put a little hurting on Martirosyan with his right hand.
Yeah.
Willie, keep him up. All right, got you.
Drop that right.
And Nelson is really making it easy for Vanes to come in.
Focus, baby. Come on. No, fast.
Working off the jab,
Make that distance.
putting a little bit of pressure,
Distance.
moving side to side,
There.
throwing nice combinations.
That's it, Willie.
He's really flowing in there, Vanes. Looks like Nelson's a little bit too tight, too tense.
Bend your knees. Keep pushing him. Keep pushing him. Keep first.
Nelson's arms are so long that when he lifts his gloves and covers his face, his elbow still reaches pretty far down.
Yes. You saw he had a 74-inch reach. And you pointed it out, Steve, very long for junior middleweight.
Uh-oh, low blow.
Martirosyan said it was a low blow, but Arthur Mercanti did not.
If you think about it, this is very similar to the first fight. No infighting, no clinches. We haven't mentioned Mercanti's name. It figured to be an outside fight, and it's been pretty much an outside fight.
I will mention Mercanti's name for the pink bow tie that he's wearing, which is breast cancer awareness.
Pace is picked up here in this round.
That right hand from Nelson just a little short. Nelson doing a pretty good job in close quarters, actually.
He's a fighter. He likes to fight. It's against all of his instincts to stand on the outside and jab.
Yeah, he's being successful there. Just picked up Vanes with an uppercut.
Yeah.
But he's in a danger zone there. They don't want him there in his corner. We saw him got hurt. He's got a suspect chin. He's been hurt in the past.
Better round for him, though, this round, at least for the moment.
Underneath, Willie, underneath.
There's a short uppercut from Nelson.
Martirosyan has Nelson where he wants him. The question is he going to win the fight that way? That's not a given.
I don't know. I mean, he's certainly not winning this round. A little comeback round for Nelson there. Well, still to come, our main event. And you take a look right here at Rancis Barthelemy as he prepares to make his first defense of the junior lightweight title that he won back in July. And he'll try to do it against the guy who's been around the track a little bit. David Saucedo, fighting in the United States for the very first time. Only fought outside his native Argentina on 4 occasions.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Barry. Those are not the Argentine colors.
That's right. You are right.
Closer to the Brazil colors.
You are
and
right.
Saucedo's from Buenos Aires. So what's going on here?
I don't know. You would never see it in Buenos Aires, I'll tell you that.
He's got a little blue. He's got a little Argentine blue on his
yes,
shirt.
Yes, he does.
He has a jab.
Round 7 now. It's been an entertaining fight. It's really been a tactical fight.
I think it's a close fight. I got it even.
I could see it. I have Martirosyan had 2 points.
That's what I have.
That last round, show stats tells us both fighters had high outputs and high connects. But Nelson 27-21 in connect. This is my card.
Nelson is doing really good when he fights from the outside. As long as he doesn't get caught with that overhand right that he just hit him with, Vanes should be all right.
Well, Nelson seems content to fight the fight where Martirosyan wants it. In the last round, it worked out okay for him.
Yeah, Jack Lowe is telling Nelson you have to go forward. But he wants him to go forward, obviously, behind that jab. No jabs when they're on the inside this close. Yep.
Both trying uppercuts, both missing. Combination right to the body, left to the head from Martirosyan. Then he takes a left hand to the head.
Nelson's giving up his height voluntarily, willingly. But Martirosyan's not an infighter. So he's moving around a little bit.
Yeah, that's why Vanes, he just gets in there, does his work, and he does back out. If he would just stay in there and push him back, I think he would be a lot more successful. But that's not Vanes' style.
Nelson is holding his own in close quarters. There's a right to the body, right to the head, takes a right hand and a right uppercut from Martirosyan. Again, it's give and take.
It's a different fight than we saw in the first 3 or 4 rounds. They're on top of each other now.
Nelson seems to be pushing his punches a little bit here. There was that counter right hand, a little high on the head. Good right hand from Nelson. That backed Martirosyan up.
Nelson keeps connected with that uppercut, and he pushes him back with the jab and keeps everything at long range. He's very successful there.
Up, up.
There goes that jab again.
Drop that right hand. That was clean.
Another very close round, Steve.
Yes.
I favored Nelson there slightly.
As did I.
Very easily. Okay, but you got to do more damage. You got to start throwing body shots, right hands, left hooks. You got to start landing, being more accurate. You understand? This is 8, 9, and 10. You got a 3-round fight here. You got it? Give me some water real quick. That's all right. Let me just get this. That's all right. The other side? No, it's not true. We're all
honest. You need to be on his ass now. Don't step back. You gotta work it, baby. Don't worry about it.
Come on, my man.
Wipe his eyes. You're all right. You're all right. He's all right. He's all right. All right. All right. He's all right. Willie, keep doing this, baby. Keep doing it. Be careful. Bring your fucking hands back. You understand me? Keep working, Willie. We're good to go.
This is round 8, and as Joe Goosen pointed out to his fighter, Venus Martirosyan, this is a 3-round fight. And I would say that's accurate.
Certainly there to be won.
Keep them up.
Let's give Joe Goosen some credit. How tough it must have been for him to focus this week. His big brother is his hero, basically. Passes away.
Absolutely told us, of course, that the last meeting he had with his brother said, just go there and win the fight.
Come on! That's it.
Vanes is putting a lot more pressure now. Now he's pushing him back, and he's not jumping much backwards. He's coming forward a lot more, and that's what he needs to do. Can't waste any time. Got 3 rounds. I got it 67, 66 for Nelson. And
I have Martirosyan by 1.
That's what I have Martirosyan by 1 as well. Oh, we've had nothing but close fights tonight, I have to say that.
And this one has picked up steam as it's gone along.
Yeah.
Okay, when God made Willie Nelson 6'3", he didn't do him any favors because Willie Nelson doesn't fight like he's 6'3".
He does. Now there's a swelling on the left eye, on the cheek actually, left cheek of Martirosyan. I don't believe there's a cut. Lunging right hand by Martirosyan.
Nelson just tapping him well with the jab. Every time he throws a combination, Nelson, and he finishes with the jab, it offsets Vanes' rhythm. Right, there goes that jab, that little jab. Just puts his head back.
Right hand by Martirosyan stood Nelson straight up. There's the uppercut with the right hand. And he took a right hand from Nelson. Combination from Nelson.
A little bit role reversal here. Martirosyan wants to be on the outside. Nelson seems to do better work on the inside.
Yeah.
It's incredible how tall he is, and he's really connecting with uppercuts up the middle. See that jab? Little flickering jab.
That was a good right hand by Martirosyan. That got Nelson to take a backward step. And another one over the top and an uppercut underneath.
Martirosyan realizes if he comes around the side with his right hand, because Nelson holds his glove so high, there's more of an avenue for the punch to land.
Double right hand again by Martirosyan. And a straight right hand by Martirosyan. And now blood from the left eye of Nelson.
So the counter right.
And a right hand over the top by Martirosyan. Very effective last minute of this round by Venus Martirosyan.
Vanes got this round.
Suck it up.
For sure.
Good work, Willie. Good work, Willie.
Little bitty cut. Got it.
Get this fucking thing out.
Okay.
John, watch this off. Willie, you got to get busy, man. Why the fuck you letting him move you around the ring like that? Just taking shots. You're back to that same old peekaboo fucking defense again. And all you're doing is taking shots. Now get your ass busy. You're going to lose the fight, Willie, if you don't get busy right fucking now.
Don't do no easy ass jab, dude.
That's all he's doing, Willie. That's the only fucking thing he got. I got it. Come on, baby. You got to work, Willie. Close fight, man. You got to work.
Come on, man. Distance, man. Making
shots on him. Don't go back, not one step. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Not one step.
Of course.
All right, good.
Got it right now?
All right.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath right here.
All right, here we go. You ready to win? You ready to win, baby? Let's go.
This is round 9. And Martirosyan right out with a right hand. Joe Goosen telling Martirosyan you cannot take a backward step.
I agree.
And let's give some credit to the two cutmen. They've done a good job. Todd Harleb in the Martirosyan corner. Mike Rodriguez and Willie Nelson, one or two of the better cut men.
See that little jump, he got in that little flow, and he threw a three-punch combination. That's Vanes' fight right there.
There's a long right hand by Martirosyan.
That's when he gets on the rhythm. He's on his toes, goes in.
And look at that arc on Martirosyan's right hook. It's almost a hook. He's throwing it from a wide angle, and it's landing.
Yep, brought that one from his hip.
He's throwing bombs now, Vanes.
That's it. We gotta get smart, baby. Hands up above. Distance. Right there. Feet first.
Counter left hand from Nelson. That was a little short by Martirosyan.
Vanes really coming forward in this round.
Go forward.
He's showing he wants it. Keeping that constant pressure, closing the gap, closing the distance.
Get on.
There was a right hand. He missed with 3 and then came back and scored with 1.
He's busier and he's backing Nelson up. He's going to win these rounds.
Yeah, Nelson can't fight going backwards. It's not Nelson's fight.
And it took Martirosyan a few rounds to realize it, but wide shots are the answer because of Nelson's high guard. He's punching around that guard.
It was short with all 3 of those, but again, Nelson going backward.
Come on. Put it together. He can't fight this backward. Come on.
Bill Goosen yelling to Martirosyan, you got to be first. There's a counter right hand from Nelson, a good shot.
But Vanes comes back with a fast three-punch combination. See, right there, Vanes is giving him too much range, too much room. That's when he gets caught with the long jab and lead hand. That's what
nice uppercut by Martirosyan.
Heavy damage, both guys.
Look at that counter right hand again.
That was a heck of a round.
Taking the last 4 rounds. Ready to go. Okay, you got one more. He's got to go round, right? Yeah. You understand? Look, pull out his pants. Give him some air. Got him. Right here. Take some deep breaths right now. His eyes closed. Okay, good. Round. Who wants a little water? Hey, open your eyes. Look away. Give him a little on his head. On his head. You just got to wipe it out. There you go.
I'm gonna clean that last round. Who wants it, kid?
Willie, you want this fight? You got to get it right now. This round right here. This is it. This is it right here. You understand me? You got to go across this ring and want this fight right fucking now.
Thanks, Dan.
You got
Take a deep breath, baby. Take a deep breath. You got this.
Hey, 3 minutes, baby. You're going to win this fight. You understand him? Give me that water. Where is it? Man. Gargle it and spit it.
Give me water on the mouthpiece, yo. Water on the mouthpiece. It's all you, David. It's all you, okay?
Second down. Wait for the bell. Wait for the bell. That's it.
10th and final round. Martirosyan slaps the gloves and gets right on the gas.
Look at him go. He's pumped up.
Hadn't thrown a punch yet, though.
I have Martirosyan fairly comfortably ahead. Last 2 rounds, he has an edge in power shots landed, 47-17. That's why I gave him rounds 8 and 9.
As did I. I have the score the same as you. Raul, how you seeing it?
I got an 86-85 for Vanes.
Put it together.
But he's got the momentum going.
Double left hand from Nelson.
No doubt Martirosyan's taking control of this fight. The only thing I would recommend, a little more body work when he gets in close.
Yeah, he's just about forgotten about the body work, just head hunting right now. Good shot from Nelson.
And Nelson is so strong in game. Look at it, he's still landing big shots, but unless he can hurt Martirosyan, I don't think he's going to win this fight.
Yeah, that was 3 right hands, and now Martirosyan opens up, and a left hand to the top of the head, the best punch of that flurry. Right to the body, left to the head.
Vanes is coming at him from different angles.
4-punch combination from Martirosyan.
You know, guys, when we heard that this fight was made, we weren't sure how these styles were going to mesh. They've meshed fine.
Absolutely. It's been a heck of a fight.
Real good fight, yeah.
Martirosyan good right to the head that time. Martirosyan really beat up now. When he looks in the mirror tomorrow, he's going to remember Willie Nelson.
I'm really impressed with Martirosyan's finish in this fight. He's fighting like a guy whose career is on the line, and he's doing enough to take this fight. It was there to be taken, and he's the one doing it. And Nelson's fighting back plenty.
Yeah.
Just not as effectively.
Vanes very busy in this round, showing that he was in great shape. He said he sparred a lot of rounds, over 150 rounds. He hadn't sparred so much in a Goosen camp. So, you know, Joe, he had him in shape.
Well, and that could be the difference in the fight. Although I can't really say that Nelson looks out of shape here. 4-punch combination again, and he's really on the gas now. There's a left hand from Nelson. Keeps Martirosyan off him, at least for the moment. Another combination from Martirosyan and a right hand from Nelson. And that's it. Heck of a fight.
Great fight. Great fight. Nice job.
Really terrific fight from 2 tough guys.
And the fight warmed up each round. It started a little slowly, but a real good effort from both guys, as you said, Barry. A tough physical fight. 2 tall boxers who fought.
Yeah, it was a tactical fight. Whose tactics are going to win out? And I think really Martirosyan, after the first couple of rounds, just willed his way.
Yeah, he's got his rhythm, and there was not too much holding in the fight either.
And you look at the numbers, Nelson has that big edge in jabs, and Martirosyan has the big edge in power shots. So I think the right hand of Martirosyan was enough to win the fight. Both guys were marked. Both guys were hit hard. And we'll take a look at some of the highlights. Early on, it was Willie Nelson, especially in the first round. In fact, his first round was his best round of the fight. But in the second, third, fourth, every time Martirosyan landed a big shot, he seemed to buckle Willie Nelson's knees. There you see it again. This is a problem Nelson's had throughout his career, and it makes it very easy for the judges to score the rounds when they see someone get hurt like that. And as the fight progressed, Martirosyan got busier and busier, more and more aggressive. The distance between the 2 fighters was decreased as the fight went on. That was to Martirosyan's advantage. And I think he won going away. It could be close on the cards. But then rounds 8, 9, and 10, Martirosyan, the busier guy, kept landing that right hand. Good exchanges the whole fight.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I thought Martirosyan won the last 3 fights, so I have it, I don't want to say lopsided, but I have it 97-93, as I think you do. And we'll find out how the judges saw it as we go up to the center of the ring once more. And Dave Diamante. Dave.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action here at the Fox Theater at Foxwoods Resort and Casino, we go to the judges' score totals. Julie Letterman and Bill Morandi, 97-93. Bob Paolino, 96-94. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision. And still the WBO Intercontinental Junior Middleweight Champion, Vanes, the Nightmare Martirosyan.
So Martirosyan is a winner, and the judges saw the fight pretty much the way we did. I thought really a heck of a fight, though, Raul.
It was an excellent fight, and you know, Vanes followed his game plan. He was the busier guy, and he was in great condition, and that's how he pulled out the fight. I had 96, 94 on my scorecard, so yeah, everybody agreed with us.
Yeah, and once again, I think we talked about the fact that it's all new people around him. Joe Goosen, training with Joe Goosen. Joe does believe in a lot of sparring. He believes in a lot of floor work too, but his guy was in terrific condition tonight, and I think really in the bottom line, that's what won the fight for him.
And I'll tell you what, had he not had that sparring, 150 rounds of sparring or more, Willie Nelson was tough. He was in there. He took good shots. He was hurt. He still came forward. He was busy too with his jab, and I think that the conditioning part is what helped Vanes and with Joe Goosen and his trainer.
All right, let's hear what the winner has to say as Vanes Martirosyan is with Steve Farhood. Steve,
as Joe Goosen comes here in here as well. Vanes, before the start of this fight, we saw two pretty tall junior middleweights who were primarily boxers, but you turned this into a fight.
I mean, we had to. I mean, he was a tall guy, as you told me before at the weigh-in, you never fought anybody this tall, and it's one thing when you say it, but it's another thing when you get in there and you see the guy in front of you. He was tall, he had long arms.
How hard did he hit?
To be honest, I never felt punches in the ring, but it was decent. He's just another fighter, throwing punches.
You're relatively new with Joe as your trainer, but it seemed like you had an awfully good fight plan. Discuss that fight plan and how you implemented it.
For honestly, even about the round 8 or 7, for some reason I thought about Castillo Corrales as they're going to war. So I thought about Joe, and I just thought, I came to the corner. He said, dig deep, and I think we needed to hit deep to win this fight, and that's what we did.
We talked at the fighter meetings about the passing of Dan Goosen, Joe's brother, and your promoter, and it seemed that in the later rounds especially, you were awfully strong, awfully energetic. You said to us in the fighter meetings that perhaps Dan's passing would actually make you stronger during the fight. Do you think that was the case? And was it a conscious thing?
I mean, I swear to you, it's been a hard week for us, for Dan. But in about round 8, I thought about him, and it made me fight hard. So, this is for Dan, and we fought a hard fight, and we won, but too bad he couldn't beat his fight. So I know he was watching me, like my father said. He's me watching us, and this is for him. And this fight is for Dan, and we love him, and we miss him.
Beautifully put. And Joe, on behalf of everyone at Showtime, all our crew, we obviously offer you our deepest condolences. Dan said to you in one of your last conversations, take Martirosyan to Connecticut and win the fight.
That's right.
Did that steel you up for this?
Well, it surprised me because there was a lot of horrible things going on at that time, but he still found it within himself to think about business for a minute with me, because he knew we both needed this, and he knew he was not going to be here for it. And so he said, make sure Vanes wins his fight Saturday night. So we honored that request as best we could.
And you honored it beautifully. Congratulations to both of you, and again, our condolences.
Thank you, Steve.
Back to Barry.
All right, thanks very much, and thanks, of course, to Vanes Martirosyan and to Joe Goosen. Been a very, needless to say, very tough week. Tough week for him, but it ends.
Main event still to come, ladies and gentlemen.
Dan Goosen said, go out and win it, and guess what? They went out and won it. Coming up next, our main event of the evening, Rances Barthelemy making the very first defense of his title as he goes up against David Saucedo. But first, take a look at some of the amazing Showtime original programmings premiering soon.
You were part of an important story. I want to be the one to tell it.
What the hell is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
Happy hunting. Homeland. 2 episodes, 1 night. Special premiere event tomorrow starting at 9.
Well, a lot to look forward to coming up on Showtime. Right now, let's take you back to the center of the ring